Removing duplicates. It's one of the first things we learn in data analysis. We do it almost on autopilot. But what if I told you that doing it the logical way could give you completely wrong data? And the worst part is that you wouldn't even notice. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this problem happens in Power Query and how a lot of people miss it and might be reporting wrong data right now. So if you use Power Query, you need to know this, and I'm going to show you a quick fix for it. This is our scenario. I have a CSV file with stock count data from our warehouse management system. Every time someone goes and counts inventory in one of the warehouses, it gets logged here as a separate row, as a separate event. We have record ID, the product, the warehouse. So this is, for example, the Amsterdam warehouse. This is New York, London, Singapore, and so on. Then we have the timestamp for when the count was logged, the movement type, which we don't really need here, and finally, quantity. Now notice, a product is repeated. It can be in different warehouses, but it's also repeated in the same warehouse. So here we have Luxgen Hair Care White in the Amsterdam warehouse, and here it is again in the Amsterdam warehouse. It's just that we have different timestamps based on whenever the stock was counted. So as you can see, each of these could have multiple records with different timestamps. What we want is to grab the latest one. That's what the operations team needs. They need one number per product per warehouse. They want to know what's on the shelves right now. So your task is to give them the latest count. Now imagine that you have a large CSV file and you're importing with Power Query. It sounds like a simple task, right? But is it? Let's open up Excel, just a blank workbook. Go to Data, from Get and Transform Data, select From Text CSV. Here's our CSV file selected and imported. And Power Query is showing us a preview of what's in the file. Let's go ahead and select Transform Data. Okay, so some steps were automatically applied. It promoted the headers and it added a change type step. Now everything looks good. So my next logical step is to sort everything by timestamp in descending order. So let's click on this dropdown. Sort descending. This way we get the most recent timestamp first. Now I'm going to go ahead, select product, hold down Control, select the warehouse column, right click, and remove duplicates. Now Power Query removes the duplicates and it keeps the first instance. So this means I'm going to have the latest timestamp here. Again, we can see the applied steps. We sorted the rows and then we removed duplicates. Now, before I've moved this to Excel, let me just clean this up. Let's only keep the columns that we want. So go to Choose Columns. I don't want record and I don't need movement type. I'm going to keep the rest. Click on OK. Now let's also sort the data by warehouse and product. So I'm going to click on this dropdown for warehouse, sort ascending, and product, sort ascending. Let's go ahead and load this to Excel, close and load to. I'm going to load it on the current worksheet. Let's just put it in A1 and see what we get. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these. Bolt running shoes red. In the Amsterdam warehouse, the most recent timestamp is in 2025. So this is 11th of January, 2025, 1548, and we have 49 in the warehouse. Is this correct? Well, let's check our work, just like any good analyst will do, right? So I'm going to open up the CSV file in Excel. We're looking for Bolt running shoes red in the Amsterdam warehouse. I want to look for the latest one. It's just easiest if I sort everything. Let's right-click, sort, custom sort. First, I'll sort by warehouse, then add a level, sort by product, and finally, let's sort by timestamp, oldest to newest. Okay, Bolt running shoes red in the Amsterdam warehouse. What is the latest count? It's not 49, it's 8. The most recent timestamp is February 2026. What are we reporting? We're reporting 49 in January 2025. So why did Power Query keep the wrong record? Well, here's the thing. Let's go back to our query. I'm just going to double click to open it up. You see, Power Query doesn't always execute your steps in the exact order that you see them here. It uses something called lazy evaluation, which basically means it tries to be efficient. If it thinks it can skip a step or rearrange things to get to your result faster, it will. And in this case, it doesn't think that sorting all of these rows is a good use of its time before it removes duplicates. So it doesn't sort the entire list. And the problem is it doesn't tell you that, right? Because we can see the step right here. The dangerous part is that if you run this on a very small data set, maybe you get the right results because it could fit everything in memory. But then you roll it out to a larger data set or to your production system, and then you get wrong results. And it doesn't break, it doesn't give you errors, it just will return wrong results. Okay, so you really, really need to be aware of this. Now let's talk about the fix. So one way to solve this is to force Power Query to sort everything first in memory before it moves on to the next step. And this requires to jump back to this sorted row step and to update this formula. Now, if you can't see the formula, just make sure your formula bar is toggled on. Go to View and toggle it on. You just place a check mark here. Then jump back to this step. Go here right after the equals. Type in Table.Buffer. Open the bracket. Let's click on this to go all the way to the end. Close the bracket and enter. You see, sorting is very expensive for Power Query in terms of memory usage. That's why it tries to skip it. Table.Buffer makes sure that everything is fully sorted and in memory before it moves on to the next step. Now, by the way, if you're thinking, what's all this mstuff code? This is exactly the kind of thing that I cover in my Master Excel Power Query course. It takes you from absolute beginner all the way to pro level techniques like this one and a lot more. Link to the course is in the description. Okay, so now let's just send this back to Excel and see what we get. Here is our updated number. This looks correct. If I bring up the CSV file, that's the exact number we have. Now there's actually another way to solve this, and that uses a group by approach. This one doesn't rely on the sort order at all. I walked through that approach in our Power Query exercise pack, which we recently released. It's a full set of challenges with solutions that are designed to make you really comfortable with this kind of stuff. It was actually one of the top ones of our newsletter readers and of our Power Query members. Okay, if you're interested, check it out. Link is below. Now, if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. I'm going to see you in the next one.